Hello everyone, welcome back to my last session on my molecular gastronomy. This is part 3. In this part, I am going to talk about hydrochlorides or chemicals used in molecular gastronomy. This is Chef Shailendra Darekar, Assistant Professor from AISSMS College of Hotel Management. So let's begin our session with objectives. So as little revision of last two videos where we saw what is molecular gastronomy, we saw the chef and scientist approach towards molecular gastronomy. What are the aims of molecular gastronomy? We saw a bit of history when it's invented, how it started. Then we also saw various basic use of hydrochlorides. In today's video, we are going to go into detail of various hydrochlorides used and their benefit in cooking molecular food. So let's begin with the first hydrochloride, which is called isomalt. Okay, it is derived from beet sugar. It's primarily used to make cake decoration, sugar sculpture, showpieces from sugars. Isomalt is also added to commercial candies to enhance and prolong the flavor. Sugar artists and modern food chefs use it to add drama and creativity to their palettes, okay, or in their platings. Isomalt is ideal for sugar art, sugar blowing, and decoration because it is humidity resistant, it stays clear and does not caramelize. It has considerably durability and shelf life and higher gloss when compared to regular sugar. It is a molecular gastronomy. Isomalt is used to create dramatic presentation and sphere filling with the smoke. As you can see various photography at the bottom picture, which is presentation in molecular gastronomy. Then second hydrochloride, which is soya lecithin powder. It is an emulsifier usually used in molecular gastronomy to produce liquid emulsion and very light foam called air. It's create air in the presentation. The light foam produced with soya lecithin can also be frozen to create a solid air foam. This light foam or air are very easy to make with soya lecithin powder. Just mix any juices, fruit juices, and any other liquid you can use. Add soya lecithin powder and just immerse, blend properly, and you will introduce into air emulsification. It by lifting its immersion blend up to the surface of the liquid and it stay stable. Soya lecithin is ideal for converting juices and watery liquid into air foams. Soya lecithin powder is great emulsifier for sauces. Soya lecithin powder is equivalent to lecithin by textura. This soya lecithin powder is perfect for converting liquid into air and getting emulsifier for sauces. You can make lemon air, wasabi air, any flavor air which can be easily created. Even chocolate air can be created using soya lecithin powder. Let's see the third hydrochloride or chemical. It is xanthan gum. It is produced by fermentation of glucose or sucrose. It is used as a thickener. Xanthan gum work on any temperature and can be added to sauces without weighing it. So there is a light sauces without any extra weight. Xanthan gum used for gas retention in liquid to prevent whipping in gel and help stabilize, emulsify and foams. Stable foam for soups and liquid, as you can see in the picture, nice presentation of stable foam. Then fourth hydrochloride is tapioca maltodextrin. You can see in the picture a nice white soil created using tapioca maltodextrin, a plant-derived product that absorb fat such as oil or butter and transform them into fluffy, flavorful powders. Dissolve when they hit to the tongue. It is used to stabilize high-fat ingredients. It can also be used to make edible sand or soil, as in this incredible sea garnish. You can make oil paste using Topica maltodextrin. You can also use Topica maltodextrin to make brittle opera films of vegetable or fruits by dehydration methods. Okay, let's move on to the next. Sodium alginate. Sodium alginate is a natural polysaccharide product extracted from the cell wall of brown seaweed that grow in the cold water region. The natural function of alginate is to give flexibility to the seaweed. So it's common to find high content. It is used in molecular gastronomy with calcium salt like calcium chloride or calcium lactate gluconate for spherification. Spheres can be formed as small as a caviar or as large as ravioli. It is also an emulsifier. This technique was developed by Chef Ferran Andrea in his restaurant Elibu, which is in Spain in 2003. Sixth hydrochloride is agar-agar, which is very popular. It can be substituted to gelatin also. Agar-agar is natural polysaturated, which is starch product extracted from certain species of red algae or coarse seaweed found in the sea. It is hydrochloride used for gelling at high temperature and as a vegetarian gelatin substitute. It can be used to create hot gel or cold gels. It is don't melt at the room temperature to thicken liquid, produce fluid gel and clarify stocks. Chef Farhan Andrea used agar-agar to create his famous agar-agar spaghetti and cold oil spherification technique to make small pearls of flavor liquid in smaller amount in thickened liquid, much like the gelatin in a rich stock. At high concentrate, agar forms an increasingly strong gel of a note. Agar stay gel at room temperature. Its melting point is 85 degrees Celsius. A strong agar-agar gel may also blend and use as a fluid gel. Seventh hydrochloride is guar gum. It is typically made from the endosperm of guar gum, as you can see in the picture, left hand side at the bottom picture. Guar gum, it's a beans which is found in India, and it's a major exporter of the world. India is major exporter, and its supply guar gum. It is derived from the beans. Guar gum can be used for thickening cold and hot liquid to make hot gel, liquid forms as the emulsification stabilizes. For general thickening, you you could use guar gum in place of xanthan gum or in the combination with it. But xanthan gum works more quickly. Guar gum is often used in ice cream to improve texture and gluten-free baking to provide some of the structure that is lost when gluten is removed. Guar, guar gum can be used to make donadurum, a traditional chewy Turkish ice cream. Okay. Last hydrochlorides, which is fructose beans gum. As you can see the beans on the right hand side picture, brown color beans, is primarily a thickener that form viscosity and share thinning solution. It can form gels in the combination with other hydrochlorides such as xanthan gum. It's an excellent in series of whipping. It control whipping very well. Stable the whip product. In frozen product, glucose beans gums slow down and reduce the size of ice crystal formation. Thanks to its ability to bind water, improve the mouth feeling of the end. It's majorly used in producing ice creams, particularly good from dairy gel or ice creams. Lactose gum is also great in stabilizing dairy foams made with the isovapor, such as milkshake foams. It can also be used making hot fruit gel when combined with the xanthan gum. So these are all 8 major hydrochlorides or chemical used in molecular gastronomy. There are many more which are used, and the majorly they are used to give various textures in presentation, create wow effect in plating. So that is all from my last video of molecular gastronomy. I hope you like it. These are my references which I use to make this video. Thank you so much for watching my video. Uh, I request as my student, please click the link which is given in a description box to appear for the quiz related to this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.